My name is Rory Wilmer. This being the fourth and final day of Prefect speeches, I know you've all sat here patiently listening to many different speeches, so I will start by telling you a story. I really hope it's good because I spent more time on this past weekend than Mr. Stevens did, choosing which cone to use this morning. Good pick, sir. Unlike other boys, I came to RSGC in grade 9, from a small school called Sterling Hall. At Sterling, I had a great group of friends and fantastic teachers. So knowing only a handful of guys coming from my old school, my camp, and in and around my neighborhood, I was nervous to attend a brand new school. At the beginning of grade 9, I found myself struggling to fit in. I distanced myself not only from some of the boys I knew coming here, but the majority of my grade and those grades above me. To be honest, I didn't have the smoothest transition. That summer, I was disappointed. After talking it over at camp with two of my cabin mates, who also attend RSGC, I decided I would come back with an open mind and new attitude. My second year at the college was remarkable. I was amazed at how much I was missing out on. From all the remarkable clubs and sports teams such as the Environment Club, hockey, and rugby team, to the outstanding academic support I received in the Learning Center. I was simply amazed. Throughout the past 3 years, I've grown up so much. To give you an example, I reached out to a few of my friends and asked them how they would describe me in grade 9 versus how they would describe me today. One guy described me as over-aggressive and volatile. Another said I had trouble opening up my friend group and that I made very little effort to reach out to anyone. However, these gentlemen now describe me as competitive, non-aggressive, and much more patient. Although I do find a lot of these characteristics quite generous, I think it does show how much this school and the boys in it have taught and changed me since my arrival. I'm running to be a prefect because it would be an incredible opportunity for me to give back to this incredible school and all its deserving students and staff. I know I will continue to strive to help out and step up as a leader and a friend at every opportunity presented to me. I will be approachable and put a lot of effort into maintaining RSGC as friendly and caring as we all have experienced to be. I'm Rory Wilmer. Thank you.
In the words of Otis Moore, good morning, family. And although I use the term in a joking manner, nothing could be more true. I consider you my family, and I've come to think of a lot of you as brothers. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Stuart Zimmerman, and I came to this school in grade 9. I moved around a fair bit when I was younger, so I've been to a fair my fair share of schools, and I can honestly say, without a doubt, this is the greatest one I've ever been to. Never have I been to a school that offered so much to its students. Because of the programs in place, I was able to attend the initiative, the Jack Summit, and gain ideas on ways in which I could build upon the already pre-existing programs in place. I was also given the opportunity to help organize One Great Night, an event on which we reflected on mental health. Next year, I would like to add to these initiatives and give back to the school that has given so much to me. This place is one of a kind. It's the kind of place where a rugby legend from Singapore, or a guy who has finally come to see the light and decided to leave UCC, can come in so close to when we sadly depart from this great place and still feel at home, welcome, and a part of the community. Next year, I would like nothing more than to carry on this tradition of brotherhood and unity. So when the ballot comes around, I would ask you to carefully consider all the candidates, because there are a lot of really great cats in there. However, I would also like to say that it is often said that they save the best for last, and that's why you will find Zimmerman in that bottom right-hand corner. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Conor Commons. The last couple of weeks have been a really good time of reflection for me. I find it very challenging to express what I'm all about in 2 minutes. However, I really believe the best prefect speeches are authentic. Staying true to oneself is a quality that I really respect. In his Adidas commercial, Damian Lillard dropped the line of, "Be a king in your mind, but do the work of a servant." That line has really resonated with me. I push myself in everything that I do. I have a really strong belief that if I can get a little bit better every single day, that things will work out. Whether that's in the classroom, in the swimming pool, or in the weight room. I think I can really strive through adversity. When things get tough, I always take it as something that unites me, or adds fuel to my fire. Over the past couple of days, we've heard a lot of love stories about our school, and believe me, it's a fantastic place. However, for me, it isn't sunshine and rainbows all the time. Listening to all the little things that everyone lives for, I realized that this rise and grind mindset has not let me live or appreciate the present. I'm so focused on the end result that I can't appreciate what's going on in my day-to-day life. I think what a lot of guys at this school need is to be grounded. Because at the end of the day, it's about living in the moment and embracing every minute of it. Because nobody goes to Earl St. George's College just for a high school diploma. Thank you.
Good morning, RSGC. My name is Jeffrey Hugesson. Going on the final day of speeches does present the challenging problem of distinguishing myself from 28 other exceptional candidates. And I am sure at this point, my speech is probably as repetitive as Mr. Thornbury's gym playlist. So in an attempt to distinguish myself, here are some of my defining qualities. I am the guy on the basketball court that you always hope will dunk, but never does. The guy that when you turn the corner, expecting to see another face, all you see is the middle of a blazer. And the guy that has some truly awful height jokes. But things weren't always like this for me. I'm the guy that showed up to RSGC with anxiety problems. The guy that showed up not so much a basketball player, but rather a basketball shape. I used to be defined by my lack of self-confidence, athleticism, and most of all, friends. Thankfully, there are no longer many similarities between me and that orb-shaped Jeffrey. And I would attribute much of my transformation to this school and the community the teachers and students have fostered. Seriously, whether it be our advisor group, Terry Fox Run, or fire drills that are conveniently scheduled for Wednesday break, I feel as if our community is incredibly close. I owe a lot to this school, and I would love to take more of a leadership role in my final year at the Royal College. While I do not promise to be a perfect prefect, I did approve the House Captain Poker video, after all. I do promise to bring passion and energy to the job, and represent the school and you, my fellow peers, to the best of my ability. My name is Jeffrey Hugesson, and I would like to thank you for your time and consideration. Thank you.
Over the majority of speeches this past week and years past, a theme has come clear. A common, similar story. You came to the school with little or no friends, and within a week, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, you felt like you were at home. I asked myself, why does this theme keep reoccurring? And I think the answer is quite simple. It's because it's true. It's certainly true for me. I came to this school at the start of grade 9 knowing one boy here. And by the end of the bus ride to Camp Erewhon, and certainly by the end of the week here, I already felt like I belonged. I'm sure deep down it is true for many, many other people here today. And it is also a story that I think is unique to this school. It is a story that you would not hear echoed in the prefect speeches of any other school in this city, this country, or the world. It's unique to RSGC. Because this school to me is more than just a place of education and more even than a brotherhood. It's a home, and it's a part of me. When I'm happy, the school feels happy with me. When I'm angry or passionate, I feel like the school has my back. And most importantly, when I'm sad, upset, having a rough go, I feel that everyone, the entire school, the students, teachers, staff, my friends, my brothers, they all want me to feel better, and they'll all do whatever it takes to help me get to that place. Now I know I am not unique in the feelings that I have described today. I know many, if not most others of you feel this way as well. But I also do know that there are many of you who probably do not. There are people who feel alone, who do not understand the narrative that I have just described. I've felt that way over my 3 years here, and I think that probably everyone has at one point. That isn't, and that never will be okay. And that is why I'm running for prefect. So if on May 24th I'm honored enough to have you select Alex Forgay as one of the prefects for next year, I can promise you that I'll make it my personal mission to spread this wonderful sense of home I hold so dear to as many boys as I can, all the way from grades 3 to 12. Thank you very much.
Good morning, Georgians. I'm Mark McCutcheon, if you don't know me, and I'm up here to boost without abandon for the next 2 minutes of your time. I'm here because, I must confess, I have feelings for the school, and they're serious. I've been a student here for 3 years, and I want to be more than a student for the remainder of my time here. To help you understand why I'd like to be one of the leaders of the school, I'd like to share a quote, one of my favorite quotes, and bear with me, it's quite cheesy and cliche and overused, but I'm still going to share it because it's relevant. Robert Frost wrote, that two roads diverged in the woods, and I took the road less traveled by, and it has made all the difference. Now, while I may not be a regular hiker, I would like to take this school down all of its roads less traveled. I'd like to explore all the unexplored journeys this school has not taken yet, all the unexplored opportunities as prefect. I've had fun times here, I've had ridiculous times here, I've had lit times here, and I've had, some serious times here. But I do have to note much less serious times and shenanigans. That just seems to be the general trend of the school. So the reason I guess I'm running isn't really any different than that of my buddies who've spoken before me and will speak after me. I want to make this place better. Obviously I want to do that my style, but ultimately, I'd like to make a more interesting and memorable time for all of you. So why am I better than anyone else for the job, or someone else for the job rather? Well, other than my devilishly good looks and twisted humor, it's because I'm running for the school, not for me. As much as I personally like the idea of being prefect, I really sincerely believe that I can make a positive impact. I've thought hard about whether it's worth running, whether I would make an effect, and whether me running would benefit the school. And I concluded that I would. And if elected, I promise I will affect change. In fact, I promise I will make this place even more awesome if it's possible. So to summarize and sign off, I love the heck out of this place. It's made me a better person, and now I'd like to make it a better place. Please give me the opportunity to do that. When you're looking at the ballot next week, vote Mark McCutcheon for prefect. Thank you.
Hello staff and fellow students. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ethan Kelly, and as you can tell, I'm running to be one of your prefects for the upcoming school year. Now a lot of you are probably wondering why you should vote for me for prefect next year. Well firstly, if you've ever seen me screaming on the tarmac during an intense ball hockey game, or dancing insanely to Latino music, or rapping all the words to Panda, you know what type of passion and energy I can bring to the table. But the most important reason that I'm running for prefect next year is similar to what a lot of the other candidates have been saying, and that is that I truly love this school. From my first day in grade 7, I immediately felt at home and welcomed by everybody here. Since then, I've only grown closer with the amazing group of guys that I'm lucky enough to share a grade with, and only strengthened my connections and love for this school. It would be an honor and a privilege to have the opportunity, through serving as a prefect, to give back even just a fraction of what this school has given to me. A lot of people have stood in this chapel and mentioned the word brotherhood, and while I don't want to sound repetitive, there really is no better word to describe the type of community that we have here. Being the last candidate to speak to you this year, I know that you've all listened to some of the most amazing guys I know deliver some great speeches, and you all have a very tough decision to make. But no matter who out of this group gets elected to be prefect next year, I have 100% confidence that the Royal College will be in great hands. But when you finally get that ballot next Tuesday, make sure you vote for Ethan Kelly, and together let's big next year. In the words of one of my role models, Borat Sagdiev, great success!